Thank you very much for joining me on this video. This is part 9 of our real estate investment video, Accelerating the Plan. Up till now, we've talked about amassing wealth and creating cash flow through real estate investment. The idea is to see our net worth grow and also to develop a stream of passive income that will carry us into retirement, comfortable retirement. And we've seen how we can accomplish both those things through real estate investment. We outlined to you a very simple plan. It was a 3-step plan. The first step is to buy one property a year for 10 years. The second step was to amortize over no more than 15 years. And the third step was never to sell. But you say, well, wait a minute, Wayne. If I buy one property a year for 10 years, that means, and then I amortize over 15 years, that means from the time I buy my first property till the time I pay off my last property could be 25 years. Now, in actual fact, I think it'll be closer to 20 because you'll be able to shorten it as rents go up and time goes along, and you'll probably get away with 20 rather than 25 years. But yeah, it's going to be a while. If you're 40, even 45 or younger, it's very, very easy to implement this plan and have a wonderful source of income as you move into retirement. But what if you're not 40, 45, 30 or younger? What if you're in your 50s or maybe even 60s? You say, well, Wayne, the plan just won't work for me. In actual fact, it can, but it needs to be modified. And I want to talk to you today about modifying that plan, the older investor, and some of the advantages that you have that a younger investor does not. First of all, as an older investor, the chances are you're at the top of your game as far as income. Think about what you started out earning and what you're earning today. You've had a number of promotions perhaps. Certainly you've gained experience and tenure, and all these things have bumped your income up. And so you're earning much more money now than you were at the start of your career. That's very important. But the second thing is that your expenses are a lot lower than they were. As a young man starting out, you had the acquisition of your first home, saving for the down payment. Then you had decorating, furnishing, and then along came a family, and that's not inexpensive. You had clothes and food to put on the table. The kids are involved in sports. There's all the equipment's connected with it. Seems like every 2 minutes you turn around, they've grown out of their outfit and have to have more clothes, right on through to college, and then you got that expense. But all that's behind you now. You don't have to renovate the home. You don't have to furnish the home. You don't have to buy the clothes for the kids, and you don't have to pay for their college. All that's behind you, so your expenses are way lower. So your income's higher, and your expenses are lower. But there's a third thing that really, really makes a difference, and that is the equity you've built in your home. If you've owned your own home for any length of time, the chances are very good the value in that property's gone up. We've seen over the last while, real estate has gone up dramatically in Niagara. In fact, CMHC tells us in the last 5 years, property has gone up on average 95.5% in Niagara. It's doubled. Now, if you owned your property 5, 6, 7 years, not only has the value of your property gone up double and then some, but also you've paid down that mortgage. It may be the mortgage is completely paid off. So you've got a huge amount of equity in your home. And what I'm going to suggest you do is you tap into that equity. By refinancing your home, you can take out a large chunk of money. And that's going to take a rearranging of your thinking. See, it's going to seem like you're taking a step backwards. You've worked your whole life to try and pay that mortgage down or pay it off, and now you're increasing the mortgage and going back deeper into debt. But remember we talked about good debt and bad debt? This is good debt. If you do a net worth statement after you take equity out of your house, you'll find that the net worth didn't go down at all. You've taken the money out, and you're going to use that money to invest in real estate investment. And there's some advantages to that. One of the things is that all the interest you pay on the money on your principal residence now becomes tax deductible because you're using it for an investment. I want to take just a simple example. Let's suppose you were able to pull out $300,000 by refinancing your house. Now, it's going to take a little adjustment. You're going to have to tighten your belt because you're going to have that additional mortgage payment to make, and you've got to shorten the amortization as much as possible on your principal residence. But you can do it because of the increased income and the reduced expenses that we talked about. Now you take that $300,000 and you put it down 20% on investment property, and you can buy $1.5 million worth of investment property. Let's suppose you get 5% only return on your investment. You'll probably get higher than that. We shoot for a cap rate of 7, but let's suppose you get a 5% return. That's $75,000 a year. That means you take out $300,000, pay that off, and you're going to have an income stream into retirement of $75,000, not once, but every single year by refinancing your home. So you don't have to go through the 10-year process. You can do it in one lump sum as a senior or as an older investor by tapping into the equity you have in the home and benefiting from the fact that your income's up and your expenses are down. I hope that makes sense. I want to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this investment video. And I want to encourage you, if you enjoy them, to take a moment to like them on Facebook and share them. It'll help us get the message out. And I look forward to talking to you again next session when we're going to talk about something new. We're going to take a quick look at commercial real estate. Thanks so much.